Hello YouTube, it is ChampionDJK coming at you again with another video, and we got another kind of like weird brand review sort of thing here going on. It's Road Champs on the ChampionDJK YouTube channel. So, are these pretty cool? I think they're pretty cool. I picked up these cars today. We got 10 vehicles to look at, and I picked them up today. I actually found them locally. Oddly though, I found them on eBay and then found out that I have a little bit of a diecast store local that I didn't even know existed, and it's been around for 4 years. Well, it's not really a diecast store. It's called Collector Haven in technically, I think, Kimberly, Wisconsin, Appleton or Kimberly, whatever. It's close by my house. And they do old retro video games, Pokemon cards, sports cards, all that stuff. I think that's the main kind of thing, sports cards and things like that. But they do have diecast. They have diecast. I was looking for a particular car on eBay. I found it, and then I saw that there was a local pickup option available to me. And I was like, wait a minute, where is this? And lo and behold, there's a brick and mortar store. So I went and visited it, and I bought him out of these Road Champs. This is how many he had, and I bought them all. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at them one by one. We're going to discuss it a little bit. I did look up Road Champs just a little bit. Now, if you're not familiar with them, which I kind of wasn't, we're going to start with this Kenworth COE cab, I guess, number 25. These are boxes, obviously. Very thick cardboard, very sturdy cardboard boxes. Now, Road Champs started out by using Yatming castings, and that's how Road Champs started. Obviously, it was put on the pegs to compete with Hot Wheels, but that was in the 70s. So in the 70s, they started with Yatming toolings, and then come early 80s, they were making their own toolings that were manufactured in Hong Kong, and I believe these are original JRI toolings, so 1982. I'm going to say all of these probably came out around 83, maybe a little bit later, I'm not really sure, but we have, again, we've got a few examples to show. This might be the only one that's got really any issues. It looks like this was broken off right here, and I don't know if it was just that height. Little thing was broken off there or something. That's about it. But other than that, this thing is mint. So it's a cab over, right? Kenworth. And it's got plastic wheels and tires, metal base, metal body. Feels very high quality. And looks pretty darn cool. So let me know what you think about this, but I think it's pretty darn cool. Really neat. I thought these things were really neat. This might be my least favorite, actually. Actually, no, I think this one would be. All right, so that was our Kenworth diecast cab over. And then we've got the Ford Roadster Model A Yellow. We're going to get to the car that I really wanted in a minute here. It's in one of those smaller boxes. Here's the Model A Roadster. This one's got suspension. These kind of remind me, some of them, of Tomica pocket cars, but once we get into the other ones, you're going to see they really look like Blackwall Hot Wheels is really what they look like. It's got the flip up back here to reveal an extra seat, right? And there you go, Road Champs, made in Hong Kong. Very, very cool. So yeah, this is pretty neat. Again, metal body, metal base. This is all metal. Very much. I'm surprised these didn't do like as well and they didn't keep going. So like Hot Wheels obviously survived. Matchbox obviously survived. They kind of changed and adapted and all that stuff. Road Champs, I don't think, they kind of went into, from 1/64 is what they started with, and then they ended up going into like 1/43 scale, which, I don't know. Should they have stuck with 1/64 and put out stuff? They actually put out stuff, I think, all the way into the early 90s. And then pretty much, I think, stopped after that. Let's go ahead and close this box up. This is the number 50, the Ford Roadster Model A. Pretty nifty. All right, now we're going to kind of grab it at random. We'll just see kind of what we get, because all the boxes are the same. We're going to do the Riviera convertible, Buick Riviera convertible in white. This one's pretty cool. Let's pull this one out. So it's a Buick Riviera, obviously, convertible in white. This one has a copyright date of 1984. So still, you know, kind of gives an idea. See, there you go. Very much like the Hot Wheels basic wheels, black wall wheels. It's got suspension, though. It's got an opening doors. Pretty nifty. They shut pretty good. And it also has, so you can remove the convertible bit and give it, you know, top up look if you want. And it's okay. Definitely preferring the top down look. So we're going to go back to that. If we were to display this car, that's how we'd want it displayed. But very cool there. Maybe not the most exciting casting, but kind of neat. This one looks a little oddly proportioned. Not really, I don't think, probably a great representation of this actual vehicle. Something about it looks a little wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. Very cool. So that one is number 48, and that is the Riviera with the optional top up, top down, which is very cool. And then next, we'll grab this one. We got a Corvette, a 57 Corvette in white, number 39. Let's go ahead and open up that one. And that looks pretty good. And I don't know, there could be a couple of these that were originally Yatming. I don't know for sure. But I think these are all original. Yeah, copyright date JRE Incorporated 1982, made in Hong Kong. If anybody can really date when these like boxed ones were available and where they were and how much they cost back in the day, I would be curious. I wonder if they were a little bit more than Hot Wheels or if they were about the same price. But they have a little bit extra feature-wise. They've got the, you know, opening parts, a lot of them, and they have that suspension, which is kind of cool. And yet they're metal on metal. And they're all licensed cars. I don't think that they did any non-licensed stuff. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. And this is your 57 Corvette from Road Champs. And I think that looks pretty nifty. We'll put it right there. All right. Next, I'll grab it just at random here. We got the Turbo Trans Am 80 in metallic blue. This one's pretty awesome. I wanted this one. This isn't the one I was searching for, but I'm glad I found it. This looks pretty awesome in this metal flake blue. So we got this Firebird. There's the Fire Chicken right there. Again, these are very heavy. They are metal on metal. This is pretty much in mint shape. A lot of these are pretty much in mint shape. Doors open. Which I don't really care about the doors opening. I mentioned that a lot. Like 1/64 scale, do the doors really need to open on 1/64 scale? I don't think so. Look at those gaps on the side. I mean, these are about as massive as a gap as you can possibly get. So not a terribly great execution of that. The suspension is satisfying, I will say. This one's got a lot of travel. I don't know what kind of system they have for the suspension. I wonder if we can kind of peek in there and see if it's like a leaf. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like a metal. You see it on some Matchbox. That's what it looks like it is. But very cool, very cool. So did they rip off Hot Wheels? Kind of. I mean, the way the basic wheels is really what makes it look like a Hot Wheel, right? It's very similar to a black wall wheel. And do I have any close by that I can actually show you? I only have like one. I know you guys should probably be familiar, but here is the wheel we're talking about, right? And that's pretty much the same. Like, what's different about it? Not much. I mean, that literally is very, very close to the same. type of wheel. So this is a Hot Wheels. This is, of course, is the Road Champ. So just to kind of show you there. All right. That was our Trans Am. What's next is, this is the one. This is the one I was actually searching for because I'm trying to get all the first and second gen and kind of third gen brands that have made Datsun 280, 240, 260, 280, all that stuff. I'm trying to get all the brands that make that to do one massive video, and this was the one I was actually looking for and found. So, and this is what made me discover this place. So here it is. It is a 280ZX made in Hong Kong. And it's pretty sweet. This thing is pretty awesome. So again, it's got suspension. The back suspension is kind of, doesn't really work on this one. The wheels are kind of bottomed out. So it's a little bit flawed in that regard. I don't know what's up with that, but either way, from a paint perspective, this thing looks good and it's in really good shape. Kind of just sit it like that, it looked the best, but pretty good representation of this vehicle for the time, I would say. And again, we got opening doors on this. Pretty cool, satisfying click, and again, very heavy, very, very heavy. These are very heavy metal. The paint seems to be holding up over the years. Now, I will say that these can be tough to find cheap in good condition. Now, you can find them in played with condition. I don't think people, maybe, no, is that what, I'm trying to look in there to see if I can figure out the whole suspension thing. I might actually be able to fix this one. If I can get in there with a little tool and pop that little leaf spring back down, I think I might actually be able to fix this. Maybe. Without being invasive and having to drill apart the casting, which I'm not going to do. I'd rather just leave it like this. So, really cool though. So they're heavy metal. They look pretty good. And I think they're really cool. The next one we got is a 84 Corvette in silver. Here's your 1984 Corvette. Pretty nifty. So, looks pretty good. 84 Corvette on the top here. I'm guessing we're going to have a copyright date of 1984. And we do. Made in Hong Kong again. It has a flip-up back window, which, for what value does that add? Probably not at all. I don't know why that. What's really even the point of that? It doesn't want to flip up past that because it hits right there, and I don't get it. Opening doors, again. Pretty decent. They work really good. And again, that's satisfying suspension. That is so cool. So, loving that. Trying to get a look in there. I'll have to go with a flashlight. See how it's supposed to look. Alright, well, really, really cool. I think this one's pretty neat. Pretty good representation of the car. Not too bad. Some of these I think were better than the Blackwell Hot Wheels castings of the day. I'm just saying. But this brand didn't really last all that long, I guess. So whatever, is what it is. All right, next one is the Trans Am 1982 in black. The 82 Trans Am. Here it is. Number 20. Firebird. Pretty basic, but looks pretty cool. Black and gold. Made in Hong Kong, 82 Trans Am, copyright date 1982. Satisfying suspension. Looking quite good. I suppose with this 280, what I could do is either disable the suspension in the front so it sits like that, or maybe try to fix it. Of course, it's got to be the one that I wanted the most. That is the one that has something, somewhat wrong with it. But that's just the way it goes. I got these for a pretty darn good deal. I bought them. I told him, hey, just let me know what you want for the whole lot of them. He had them all individually priced, and he gave me a pretty hefty discount to pick up all of these, so I'll take it. Corvette 1984 in red. So we got two of this casting, two different colors. Here is our red. We're going to join the Road Champs team. We didn't really look around this packaging too much. I think these are awesome. Anytime I see like a Road Champs that's in good condition, I'm definitely going to be tempted to pick it up. I think they're just kind of cool. And kind of a forgotten thing, you know. I don't think there's many collectors out there that are really after the Road Champs stuff. But these and like Tomica pocket cars would be like the cars from the late 70s, early 80s that were competitors to Hot Wheels and Matchbox and actually made a pretty good high quality product, where some of the stuff that was coming out obviously from other brands like this one opens up easy peasy, still pointless. What was I saying? So yeah, a lot of the other brands that were trying to like make little cars and try to have some success were really cheapo cars. These were somewhat quality, or obviously pretty high quality, and the Tomica pocket cars were high quality as well. All right, last one. We got a 1982 Camaro in silver, number 62. And here's our 82 Camaro. I almost wish these things did not have the boxes, because I don't even really want to save the boxes, but I got it because they're in such good shape. At least most of them are. But here's our 82 Camaro. Does this one have a suspension issue? One wheel doesn't want to. What's up with that? I'm trying to fix that. I don't know what's up with that. I gotta get a look in there and really see it. It looks like it's just a leaf spring. So I think if you stick something thin in there and you can like shift it around, you can get it to work better. But we're not gonna mess with it. This one's got a stance issue, obviously, because there's something up with the way that leaf spring is holding down the wheels. Weird. So that would need to get addressed for it to work like it's supposed to. I think it's probably just rotated a little bit. So I'll have to play with that off the camera. But anyway, still really cool. Paint is in really good shape. Almost looks like the hood should open, but it doesn't. Just the opening doors. And I think this thing is quite cool. So really digging it. So I like this stuff. I think this stuff is interesting and awesome. I'm glad I bought these today. Had to show them on video, or had to film a video right away. These two are my favorite. The Camaro's pretty neat. Just have to do a little doctoring on it. And the Corvette's all right. The Firebird's good. These two, though, I think are the prettiest of the bunch. You guys let me know what you think about Road Champs. Do you have any in your collection? Have you ever even thought about buying Road Champs before? They make some cool stuff. They make a Toyota MR2, too. Like, they made one later on in life. And it's really good. I have that one as well. But, yeah, I'll play with these. I'll see if I can fix it. The little axle issues on some of these without having to tear them apart. And if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. I'm happy with them as they are, really. So, yeah, that's it. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. This will be in the vintage, older, secondhand, or whatever playlist that I have that showcases some older diecast and some weird hauls of weird stuff. So that's definitely where you want to go if you want to see more content like this. And hope you enjoy it. And, you know, you can subscribe and stuff too if you want. That'd be cool. All right. Thanks a lot. You have a good day. Bye.